What's good? What's good? It's your boy Justin, and it has been far too long. I'm gonna give you a little bit of taste of what I've been doing. I'm gonna give you a sample of what it is that I do for a living now. What I'm gonna continue to do, but because of HIPAA regulations, you can't actually watch. You can only listen. Stay tuned. All right, so what did we learn about the law of attraction? A lot of good stuff, right? A lot of good stuff. One of the things we learned is that we have to ask for something first, right? We have to get a vision of what we want in our life, right? Now, what we want may vary from individual to individual, but the desired outcome of whatever it is that we want is the same, right? We all want to be happy. We're tired of being miserable. Right? So what do we want? We want a better life.
Yep.
That's the first thing. That's step number one. You gotta say, I want a better life. Right? Now when I ask you what it is that you want, I want you to reply a better life. Now when you say a better life, I want you to envision what that better life may be. It may be working in recovery, it may be, ending the cycle of gangs and drugs in your family. Whatever it is, envision it in your mind. But what you want is a better life. That's the answer to the question. Now we're going to go ahead and say it out loud. We're going to materialize it. What do you want, Nicholas?
Hell of a lot better life.
Better life. What do you want, Felipe?
Better life.
Good. What do you want, Hyson?
I want a better life.
Lisa?
I want my daughter back in my life.
Because it'll get you what?
Happiness.
A better life.
Yes.
Better life.
There we go. Jane, what do you want?
A better life.
Good. Mike, what do you want?
One hell of a better life.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Good. Let's seal the deal.
All
Let's
right.
put some action behind it. I want you to grab the person to your left, then the person to your right, grab their hand and tell me you want a better life. Man, I want a better life.
I want a better life.
Good, good. Good.
Better life.
I want a better life. I want a better life.
Good. All right, let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I know
So-
that too.
So, what is the strength that gives? What gives the law of attraction its strength? Not just the visualization, but the what?
Feelings.
The fucking feelings. Thank you. And have you been following me in the group? What is the one thing I say addicts tend to do more than most?
They feel.
They feel a little harder, right? We feel a little harder than most. When we angry, watch the fuck
And it's
out.
always
You know?
Unfortunately, we feel
And they're always
a lot
negative
of
feelings.
negative.
Yeah, and then when we're sad, yeah, it's fucking.
That's
worse.
when we're labeled bipolar.
Oh my god, we're really sad, right? Hey, but when we love,
We love.
we love strong,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So, if feelings is the driving force behind the law of attraction, it's safe to say that addicts can attract very well, can they not?
Yeah.
We can use that power tremendously. But when in the thralls of our addiction, we tend to feel terrible, don't we? So we tend to manifest such negativity into our life, yeah? All right, let's go ahead and turn that around, all right? We're going to change state, all right? First, I'm going to start by bringing to light some things that we do to a day-to-day basis that kind of fuck us on our journey, all right? First thing, let's start with the morning routine, right? What's the first thing that most Americans do? Like 99.9% of Americans, what's the very first thing we do when we wake up in the morning?
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom,
That was a good one.
Get a cup of coffee.
get a cup of coffee. You're
Or
missing
feet on the
one.
ground.
Brush
Huh?
your
Brush your teeth. You're still missing
Think,
one.
think of all the shit we have.
What
to
wakes
do.
us up in the morning?
Clock.
Our cell phone? The alarm clock on our cell phone, right? So what's the first thing most people do when they look at the very first thing we do is look at our cell phones,
Mhm.
right? It's so we do it so automatically we don't even realize it that it's the very first thing we do.
Mhm.
But we look at our cell phones. What does this do to the rest of our day? Now you remember in the movie how the lady would start the day out wrong, and then she would just say, "Man, you know what? Today's gonna be a shitty day,"
Mhm.
and the day would begin to ravel and unwind and spin out of control, right? Because automatically the first emotion you felt was a negative one. Now understand that when we look at our cell phones, and the first thing in the morning, the direction of our day falls whim to whatever the fuck is on our cell phone. Now most of the time, it's not good.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bad text message, the person we don't want to hear from. It's a negative news feed on our social media. Now let's talk about social media for a minute. Let me tell you something about the social media algorithm, what it's designed to do. You ever wonder why how if anyone ever's paid for Instagram or Snapchat or paid for fucking Facebook, right?
Way.
How the fuck they make so much money? What's the product they're selling? Can you take a guess?
Like,
You're the product.
Yeah, we're the product.
If you are into something and you're not paying for it and you're trying to figure out where they're making money off of, they're making money off you, selling your information. They make their money through advertising, and the algorithm is designed to keep you continuously scrolling, scrolling.
Yep.
So let's say it's election season, right? And you're anti-Trump, and every time you see a little Trump thingy,
Example.
you get angry, right? Sad face, emoji, angry, fuck you guys, right? So what does it do? Your Facebook realizes that you are acting mostly to these things. Anytime something makes you angry and you react to it, anytime you share something and it's upsetting, your Facebook algorithm will continue to feed you those types of posts. You and someone else can have the identical set of friends and have completely different news feeds. So your day will fall whim to your negative social media feed. So let's not look at our cell phone the very first thing in the morning. How can we do this? For me, I plug my cell phone in the kitchen before I go to bed. When I wake up, I have a routine. Pray, I meditate, I journal, go on a run, and then I look at my fucking cell phone. So we start our day off right? Simple things, because when we start off in a downward spiral, by the end of the day, it's very likely we might get fucked up. We want to start to recognize all the things that anger us, that make us sad, and start to remove them from our lives so that we don't fuck up. And the great thing about doing this is not just staying sober, but it's being happy. And it's being happy all the time. And that's what we want, right? If you were asked the greatest mind in the world, Sigmund Freud, father of psychology, the basis of life is to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. Basically, we want to be happy as often as possible and not happy as least often as possible. Pretty fucking cut, dry, and simple, right? Everybody wants this.
Say that one more time.
everything is simple and easy.
The purpose of life?
What Sigmund Freud said.
To seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. So, here's another thing that a lot of us will do, and we don't realize it. Who here watches the news? Anybody watch the news?
Not no
No?
more.
No, not anymore.
You watch the news? All right. For those of you who do watch the news, do me a favor. Don't do that shit no more.
Okay,
the news- Understand this.
It's all negative shit.
The world is in a state of balance, and it always is in a state of balance. Yes, there are terrible things going on. There are about 10,000 terrible things going on at once. But there's also 10,000 wonderful things going on at once. The issue is the news will show you the 10 worst
Yep.
and one okay one. This person shot at the school. This person was raped. This person was killed.
Because that's
This
what
person
keeps you
saved a
watching.
cat.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you
I mean,
watching
it
it.
keeps
Yes,
you living,
exactly.
makes you
What
live
does this come
clear.
from? Where does this come from?
Yeah.
Because bad news just fucking sells.
Yep.
They will distort your reality, your perception of your world, to make a buck off.
What's that one song? Dirty Laundry Sells?
Yes,
Dirty
that's
laundry?
right. That's right. So understand this. Very back in the day, when newspapers came out, if you were to walk past the newsstand and the headline read, "Wonderful weather tomorrow," you'd be like, "Cool, I can leave my umbrella at home." But if you were to walk past the newsstand and the headline read, "Terrible storm may destroy city," oh fuck, I need to buy this newspaper right now. So bad news just sells. And so if you see all these terrible things going on in the world around you, what does this do to your perception of your world?
Yeah.
You see it as ugly.
Yeah.
You see it as bad. You see people as ugly. You see people bad. It's not true though. Understand that the world is big. It's very big. And it is big enough for you to live only in the shit and never see the beauty, simply by perception. So don't watch the news. Don't stay away from your cell phone in the morning.
You know, I've turned my cell phone off. I haven't had it on for 4 months. I haven't gone on social media for 9 months. And honest to God, guys, I have never been more happy and more free. Obviously, I had my addiction, but I completely agree.
Right.
And people need to realize seeds are planted in our subconscious thought process, and they manifest.
Absolutely.
Like Justin was saying,
Absolutely.
without us even realizing it.
When we put negativity out in the world, we're gonna never get
I
any
Even-
better.
do not even have a Facebook page.
Even in the
Mhm.
music we listen to
Gone.
and the movies we watch.
Yes.
So be careful.
Yes.
Okay, now we know what it is we want, right? A better life. Here is the issue sometimes when we get into the thralls of our addiction, we start getting a little bit sober, right? We start to work our steps or start to try and make amends, or we begin to feel all the shit we did. I don't know about you, but I was a fucking shitbag when I was getting high. I cared about nothing, nobody but myself and my fucking high.
Right.
So we get this shame and this guilt, right? And we say, I want a better life. I don't deserve that shit.
The nurse just came out and said that the nurse practitioner's calling and wants to do this something, and she doesn't know how to set up for the Zoom call. Okay.
So we say to ourselves, I don't deserve that shit, right? And at this moment, we're telling the universe two different things. I want a better life, but I don't deserve it. So at this dilemma, we don't know what we're gonna get, right? Maybe whatever we say the most, if we're in shame the most, then we're not gonna get it. If we're in positive mode, then maybe we'll get it. So we need to eliminate that. Understand that there's nothing wrong with you. We're not shitbags. We have a disease called addiction, and that person that did those things was not a shitbag. He was just a sick individual. You don't fault a cancer patient for being sick. You don't get mad at a diabetic for constantly having to check their insulin. You don't get mad at an addict for being an addict. So don't shame yourself. And the rest of the society that feels that way, they can eat a bag of dicks, for all I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Because the only people that matter in this room are the people that you look in the person you look in the mirror. So let's change that real quick. I'm gonna ask you another question. And the answer is a better life, okay? What do you deserve? What do you deserve, Nick?
A way better life.
That's right. Felipe, what do you deserve?
Way better life.
Hyacinth, what do you deserve?
Better life,
Lisa,
better life,
Jamie, tell me, what do you deserve?
better life.
That's right, Mike.
A wonderful life.
Mhm.
Good. Let's put some action behind it. Grab the person to your left, grab the person to your right. Tell them you deserve a better life. You deserve a better life, man.
Better life, better life.
Right.
You're gonna get it.
You deserve a better life.
Good, good.
Better life. He's like, wait, what am I doing?
Now I'm gonna talk about the brain real quick. There's something called RAS, the reticulary activating system. It's a filtration system that our mind uses to keep us sane. Understand that there are hundreds of things going on, sounds, sights, and our mind sees it all, and our ears hear it all. But our brains only comprehend about 5%, and it filters out about 95% of the bullshit, or the things it dubs unnecessary. How does it dub what is necessary and what is unnecessary? How do we know what to pay attention to, right? How's our brain does this? By the things we add emotional emphasis to, okay? The things that we attach emotion to are the things that it'll pay attention to. Now, would you guys forgive my crude drawing? This is just a quick representation. Okay, this is how we see the world, okay? Now, we'll start with something like the generalizations about the opposite sex, because we all do it, right? Now, ladies, what are some of the things that we generalize about the opposite sex of men? They're liars, right?
It's not nice to judge, but sure, yes.
I see it all the time. They're liars. Men are liars. Men are cheaters, right?
Yep.
Any other ones?
Bullshitters.
Men are bullshitters. Okay. Fellas, your turn. What are some of the generalizations we make about women? Women only want your money, right?
They don't wanna say.
I'm gonna be smart and shut my mouth.
You can say it, you won't offend
This is
us.
the
I'm
safe
just
room.
kidding, I'm
This is the
kidding.
safe room.
Safe room.
It's not about
I was teasing.
Gold diggers, they're good. What about this? They're manipulators,
Yes.
right?
Manipulators.
Manipulators.
They know how to
Now
mess with
getting
our
real.
minds.
Scandalous.
Good, good. Get
Oh, I
vulnerable.
know.
Give me one.
They know how to
Scandalous.
mess with our minds.
How to mess with your mind. Okay, good. So here's this generalization we make about the opposite sex, right? Let me enlighten you real quick. There's about 7 billion people on the planet. Slightly a little bit more women than men. Say it's 4 to 3. Okay? I'm not sure how accurate that is. So fellas, if you met 1,000 manipulative, lying women, 1,000 compared to 3 billion is not enough evidence for you to ever say all women anything. Ladies, I don't care if you know 1,000 lying, cheating men. It's not enough evidence. 1,000 compared to 3 billion is not enough evidence for you to ever say anything about the opposite sex. Matter of fact, for as long as you live, you will never ever gather enough evidence to make a generalized statement about the opposite sex.
That's right. That's why I can't have my children.
So, how is it though that we keep fucking meeting them? Let me explain something to you real quick. I've probably been in about, like, say, now 18 serious relationships. Of the 18, 17 of those women have lied to me and or cheated to me, been dishonest in one way or another. Would that make me safe to say, oh, all women are living? No, I can't say that. This is, remember what I say. The world is, and always is, in a state of balance. Are those people out there? Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go a little bit further, not just in the generalization, but about relationships. But let's talk about other types of relationship. Relationship with, let's say, friends and family. For those who spent time on the streets, we run into a lot of shitty people, yeah?
Yeah.
And what's the generalized statement we make about everybody out in the streets? They're always out to get themselves. Everyone's out to get you, right?
Yep.
Can't fucking trust nobody, right?
Not true.
Not true. That's true. That's true. But it tends to be some of the things we say. Now, here's something I would always tell myself. I'm a felon. Got tattoos on my face. Nothing but a fucking convict junkie. I'll never get a good job where I make decent money. I'll never wear a tie to work. Something I said for a long time. I'll only ever work with my hands. Right? That's something I said. We start to make these generalizations about everything in life. Make these limited generalizations about ourselves. We say them out loud. And when we say them, we attach an emotion to them, a negative emotion to them. Sadness, hurt, betrayal, all these negative emotions, we attach to them. And remember, like I said, the world is and always will be in a state of balance. There are those shitty fucking people out there that are liars. And there are those people out there that only rob you and take you. And there are those jobs out there that don't want nothing to do with you because you're a fucking filthy addict. Yes, this is true. But, like I said, the world is and always will be in a state of balance. There are those kind, genuine people who just want to love you for the sake of love. There are people out there who want to be there for you for the sake of fucking being there for you. And there are jobs out there that will hire you because you're a fucking filthy addict. The issue is, this is how we see the world. We have this negative, shitty view of the world. So what do? We only see those things. We only find those jobs and those people and those situations. Can't even see these people. Eyes too cocked up with shit. So how do we get to those people? Because they're there. They will be there all the time. I promise you this. World is and always will be in a state of balance. How do we get to these people though? Anyone want to take a guess?
Change our ways?
We change how we see things. We change that view. That negative view we have of the world, it has to change. That negative view we have of ourselves, it has to change. That negative view we have of other people, it has to change. Now, remember in the movie the lady talked about the tennis match, right? The tennis match in the mind. And we'll say, you know what, there's good men out there. There's good women out there. And our subconscious mind that's been through all this shit will come back and say, hey, who the fuck you lying to? You know that's not true. And we'll come back and say, yes it is. I'm going to find him. I'm going to find him. And do you know who will win that tennis match? I'll tell you who's going to lose. The person who gives up. So if you want to be this new person who's stepping in his life, if you want to give up, guess what? That ultra ego with that negative thought will win. And you will continue to see that. But you just got to hold on. Remember that the law of attraction has a delayed time effect. If you've been living your life in a negative state for a long time, you got a lot of shit to make up for. You got a lot of shit to plan out. Don't give up before that flower breaks ground. Don't give up. You gotta pay those bad dues. You gotta put in that time, put in that work. But eventually, we'll start to change this mission. We'll see, hey, you know what? Can't wait till I find that kind, loving relationship. I can't wait till I find those genuine friends who are there for me. I can't wait till I get that great job. I can't wait till I find the perfect person, set of friends, and our vision will eventually change. And then we will no longer see, find, or even have anything to do with these people, and we will only find the good. Because like I said before, the world is big enough for you to only live in the shit. Likewise, it is big enough for you to only experience a beautiful part of life. It's that way, I promise you. I've done it. I've been there. I've been in the shit. Trust me, I draw my rig water from puddles in public toilets, just like some of you have before. And here I am today. Okay? Let's talk about something else real quick. I want to talk about everything that is made of energy. Yes?
Yes.
Energy has a specific vibrational frequency. Everything that is solid is only perceived to be solid specifically because of the vibrational frequency it vibrates at in comparison to ours. So we all have this vibrational frequency, right?
100% right.
Where'd my black marker go? Okay, here it is. So, this is us, right? Again, excuse the drawings. Alright, so when we're in a state of self-loathing, self-hatred, pity, shame, all that stuff, we have this ugly, nasty, non-loving vibrational frequency going on, right? It's real ugly, real jagged, real all over the place. And like I said, world is and always is in a state of balance. We got those people out there who don't love themselves either. And when you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else.
Misery loves company.
Misery loves
Yep.
company. Thank you. But a truer statement has not yet been said. So, because our vibrational frequency is this, we will attract these people who don't love themselves. And we will seek and need love because love is a human need. So we will love them, hoping they will love us back. But they will not because they don't know how to. And we don't really know how to love either. And we'll stay in this perpetuating cycle of hurting each other, right? So how do we get to these fucking wonderful ass people with these beautiful self-loving vibrational frequencies?
You start loving yourself.
You start loving yourself. And that's not easy. I can tell you right now, it's not easy at all, but it does, what it does is it takes time. It takes pain. And it takes effort. But eventually, we get there.
Takes forgiveness.
It takes forgiveness.
Amen.
Forgiveness of oneself.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
Forgiveness of those who trespassed against you. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Forgiveness is a big part of it. But eventually we get there. We start loving ourselves and we start to attract these people into our life. And these people just kind of fade away. This is the life we want, right? This is the life we're going to get. So what are we going to get? When we get out of here, we go get our treatment, get on our little self-love path, we're going to go get a better life, right? That's right. What are you going to get?
Better life.
Good. What are you going to get?
Better life.
What are you going to get? All right, good. Let's put them all together. Put them all together now, all right? I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I want you to answer with me. What do you want?
Better life.
Okay. Maybe you didn't hear me. One more time. What do you want?
Better life.
Good.
Better life.
What do you deserve?
A better life.
Nice. What you gonna get?
A better life.
All right, one more. We're feeling with soul. What do you want?
A better life.
What do you deserve?
Better life.
And what you gonna get?
Better life.
Good. Give yourself some energy. Give yourself some energy. Good job. All right, I love y'all. You guys make my life and my suffering worth meaning. Thank you very much for coming and listening to me talk.
Amen, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you're awesome.
All right, now
He's like, I know.
we're gonna make vision boards or journal, whatever you want to do. All
Can I
right.
share something really quick?
Go